Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first ever episode of Business Intelligence Nuggets. My name is Michael, and I'm going to be your host. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you basically a little bit on how to create visualizations in Power BI. So, here I have a data set that I got from Kaggle.com, and on my data set, I downloaded this, and it was an Excel document, and I connected it to Power BI using the Excel connection. And this is what my data set looked like. Okay, so I have columns with the names, the dates, manner of death, armed, age, gender, race, city, state, etc. So, what do I want to do? The first thing I want to do is consider, how do I know the total number of people that have died within this time period? Looking at this document, I can see that the primary key is this ID column. And if the ID column is the primary key, that is going to be the reason or the column that I'm going to use to be able to tell how to get a unique key for every entry. So basically what I'm saying is that if the ID is a unique column, I can do a count on the ID, a distinct count, since the ID is going to vary for each person. And if there's any mistaken record of a double entry, the distinct count is going to prevent you from recording the same ID twice. So basically, when you do this, what you get is this column, which I already have, and I call this total kills. Okay, so here I have a distinct count of the ID column. So I want to show this in a table format, so I'm just going to click on table. um let's say in a matrix. I'll make this a matrix, so I'll just say matrix and total kills. Remember, this is a distinct count of the ID column. Okay, and so it gives us this total kills 990. So you might be asking yourself, so what is this 990? Is this in one day? Is this in one week? That's a good question. Good point. So the only way you can know that is by putting the time, and you have to put the time. I have a column named year, so I'm just gonna put the year. So this looks weird. It's saying what, 990 and the year is 199,000. No, 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 no. That's not what I want. So the reason you're seeing this is simple. It's because you have your year in the value section. So first of all, you need to move your year to the columns. No, move your year to the rows. Good. Now your year is aligned how you want it. Okay? Whenever you have the date or the time dimension in form of year or whatever in the value section, it does a sum of it. All right, and when it gives you a sum of it, what happens is that it gives you that strange large number. So what you want to do is to bring it to the rows, and when you have it in the rows, you see your total kills. Now you see the total number of entries based on the year. Okay, so now you may say to yourself, so is this, how do I know how many of them are male or how many of them are female? Good question. Now you come over here and you throw in your gender. You see? Now it further breaks it down for you. 959 males, 31 females. In 2017, it was 226 males, 7 females. And basically, by looking at this data set, Power BI has been able to help you understand that you can actually do so many things. Now, I just may want to change this into let's change this into a stack bar chart. Okay, now you see male, female. Now let's just make it look a little bit easier to understand. So I'm gonna use let's say, I'm just gonna have to find a visual that works best for me. So first of all, I'm just gonna remove the gender and just have total kills by year. And then I'm gonna make this a regular um, clustered chart. Okay. Now to make this easier to understand, what I want to do is I'm gonna turn on my data labels, and I'm just gonna kill the y-axis, rename this, make it all capital, all caps, total deceased, for instance, and then align this to the center. I like to do that. Put it in one corner of my table just to make it look easier, easier to understand. So now what I want to do now is I want to duplicate this, but this time I don't want to show the total deceased by year. I want to show the total deceased, but I want to show it um, based on the city. Okay, so I'm just gonna come here and come to the total kills. The measure I have for total deceased is this one, and then I'm gonna make it a matrix, and then I choose city. You see what happens here? It gives me a whole lot of cities. A whole lot of cities, okay? This is way too many cities. So I want to filter this down to the top 10 cities with the largest number of kills, okay? So how do I do this? I just come over here to the city, and I change this from a basic filter to top N. And I make this top 10. And then drag the total kills by value here and apply this filter. Bam! Simple. And now you can see the top 10 total deceased cities. So now I may just want to make this look like a line chart. And I want this to be a little easier to understand. I'm going to sort this by the city. I like to do that to splice the chart out, make it look a little bit more, yeah, I like it when it looks like that. And now I'm just going to segregate this by gender. So I'm going to throw in the gender. And gender just doesn't work in this one. So I might just want to try a different kind of chart, male and female. No, nah. All right, so I'm just going to leave it at this. Maybe if you want to see me do it and add the gender, come back for the next video. So now I'm just gonna, change my title to top 10 deceased cities, top 10 deceased cities, and I'm gonna align this to the middle, to the center, like this, just like that. And that's it. Next thing I want to do is I want to turn on my data labels and kill my y-axis. I kind of like to do this. Just kill it. I mean, since you have your labels showing. So I want my labels to be more visible. So I'm just gonna increase the size and make the font color to black. I have to do this on my data labels and not just my x-axis. So now I'm gonna make my data labels to pop more than my x-axis. So first I'm gonna make it black, and then I'm gonna come to the font family, make it Sego bold. All right. I could also go Arial Black, but I like Sego Bold. And then I'm gonna increase the font size till it's visible enough for me. All right. And there you have it. So looking at this, I already made a little visual, which is easy to see. Now I can see, okay, I want to see the total deceased by gender. If I wanted to do that, I just come to the total deceased, throw in the gender, make it a pie chart, bam, and make the females stand out a little more. Just kind of make the colors look more real to what people can relate to. That's it. Male, female. Make the data labels more visible. First, I like to make it black. I love to make it black. And then I love to have my percentage of total with no decimal points. And then I like to make this big, big, and even Arial Black. Awesome. I always remember to title my documents properly. So I always do that. I just do it. Um, Deceased by gender. Align this to the center. And there you have it. So now you have three visuals, and come back next time and I'll show you how to make KPIs and how to make um, filters and all that other good stuff. It's been my pleasure hosting you today, and come back for more business intelligence nuggets. You catch the best new stuff live right here. Thank you.